Dear students, you all are welcome to the class of Water Resource Engineering. In today's lecture, we will see the different phases of water and its conversion from one phase to another. Along with this, some more important topics related to the water cycle will also be discussed. Water exists in three physical phases in our planet: solid, liquid, and gas. Depending on the environment, water changes its phase. The changes of these phases are related to each other and it forms a cycle which is known as hydrologic cycle or water cycle. This cycle has no beginning or end. As far as definition is concerned, the National Research Council has defined the hydrologic cycle as the pathway of water as it moves in its various phases to the atmosphere, to the earth, over and through the land to the ocean and back to the atmosphere. Water changes its storage through a set of activities. It connects the atmosphere and the two storage of Earth system, which are the ocean and the land surface. Water transfers from the ocean to the atmosphere through evaporation, and the water returns to the land from the atmosphere through precipitation. The ocean receives water in two ways. The first is through rainfall and the second is through surface runoff and groundwater flow. Evaporation and precipitation occur in the vertical plane, whereas surface runoff and groundwater flow occurs comparatively in the horizontal plane. A pictorial view of the hydrologic cycle is depicted here. The major components of the hydrologic cycle are precipitation, interception, depression storage, evaporation, transpiration, infiltration, percolation, and runoff. From the point of view of hydrologic studies, two scales are radially distinct: global scale and catchment scale. From a global perspective, the hydrologic cycle can be considered to be comprised of three major systems: the ocean, the atmosphere, and the land surface. Precipitation, runoff, and evaporation are the principal processes that transmit water from one system to the other. The study at the global scale is necessary to understand the global fluxes and global circulation patterns. While studying the hydrologic cycle on a catchment scale, the spatial coverage can range from a few square kilometer to thousands of square kilometer. The time scale could be a storm lasting for a few hours to a study spanning many years. When the water movement of the earth system is considered, three systems can be recognized: the land system, the subsurface system, and the aquifer system. When the attention is focused on the hydrologic cycle of the land system, the dominant processes are precipitation, evapotranspiration, infiltration, and surface runoff. The land system itself comprises of three subsystems: vegetation subsystem, a structural subsystem, and soil subsystem. These subsystems subtract water from precipitation through interception, depression, and detention storage. This figure shows the schematic of the hydrologic cycle at global scale in the Earth system. These figures gives a schematic presentation of the hydrologic cycle of the Earth system. Detailed schematic of the hydrologic cycle in the land system is depicted in this figure. The time required for the movement of water through various components of the hydrologic cycle varies considerably. The velocity of a stream flow is much higher compared to the velocity of groundwater. The time step size for an analysis depends upon the purpose of a study, the availability of data, and how detailed the study is. The estimated period of renewal of water resources in water bodies on the earth is given in this table. The quantity of water going through the various components of the hydrologic cycle can be evaluated by the hydrologic equation I minus O is equal to del S. This equation is called water budget equation, where I is the inflow of water to a given area during any given time period. O is the outflow of water from the area during the selected time period, and del S is the change in a storage of water in the given area during the time period. If I and O vary continuously with time, then equation 1.1 can be written as ds by dt is equal to IT minus OT. After integrating this equation for a time period t, we get change in storage at time t is equal to the change in volume of outflow and inflow at time t. For a watershed, the equation 1.1 can be written as P plus QSI plus QGI minus E minus QSO minus QGO minus del S minus epsilon is equal to 0. Where P is the precipitation, QSI is surface inflow, QGI is groundwater inflow, E is evaporation from the watershed, QSO is surface water outflow, QGO is the groundwater outflow, del S is the change in a storage of water in the watershed, and epsilon is a discrepancy term. For large watershed, groundwater inflow and groundwater outflow are usually negligible. When applying the hydrologic equation for short time intervals, total water storage may be subdivided into several parts. Change of moisture storage in the soil, in aquifer, in lakes and reservoirs, in river channels, in glaciers, in snow covers. This table, which is adopted from Central Water Commission, depicts the world water resources. As far as our beautiful and great country India is concerned, it occupies 2.4% of the geographical area of the globe, which is about 329 million hectares. There are 12 major river basins and 46 medium river basins. The average annual precipitation is 4,000 billion cubic meter, out of which 75% rainfall occurs during monsoon only. Water availability per person is dependent on population of the country, and for India, per capita water availability in the country is reducing due to increase in population. The average annual per capita water availability in the years 2001 and 2011 was assessed as 1816 cubic meters and 1545 cubic meters respectively, which may further reduce to 1486 cubic meters and 1367 cubic meters in the years 2021 and 2031 respectively. The basin map of India can be seen in this figure. The availability of water in various water bodies is shown in this table. Since we all are already in a big crisis of water, so take this issue seriously and do not waste water. Water is precious, use it as needed. Now a task for all of you. All of you are required to install a system regarding the water conservation like rainwater storage, tank or conducts an awareness program in your locality, keeping in mind the regulation of COVID-19. Post your task on your social media account with hashtag Jal Shakti Abhiyan. I am leaving you with this video in which you can see what Chutki does to save water. Thank you.